My mom educated me, even though it was with the broom and all that shit. But,
Broom
but I'm
handle.
grateful. I'm grateful that that happened to me because I needed it. You know.
I leave right around 2 so I could be there in that
You're like,
crazy ass
thank
pickup
God, thank
line,
God
bro.
for the kids, huh?
Uh,
Yeah. I don't have to stay there.
Especially during the summers, to get me out the heat. But
But that was
I'll
kind of
make-
short. That was just
I-
so
you
you just
know.
enjoyed the money from her.
Yeah.
Hombre.
No, no.
My father's love language to his family was to provide a roof over our head, to provide food on the table, to provide for whatever we needed in school. I never went without anything.
I don't know why, but I love storms and driving through storms.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like people are like get scared and put on their hazards on the highway, and I'm just driving just peacefully, just going through it.
Welcome back, everybody, to Unfiltered Circle Podcast. We have a full room today, so we're just going to go around, do some introductions, and we'll get started.
My name is Carlos, and I like to drink.
My name is Rocky, and I have 3 kids.
My name is Darwin. I like food.
I'm Liz, and that's it.
I'm Sandra, and I like the cars that go boom. I was thinking today I work at a school, and it's very chaotic, and I'm thinking I need to get away and get some peace in my life. And I'm thinking, where do I feel the most at peace? Where is that? And for me, it's spending time outside in the lakes and the water. The water is very cathartic for me. Outside, breathing the fresh air. I also feel at peace when I'm at church. And lastly, family and friends. So those are the things that I go to. Anybody else want to share where they?
Well, for myself, I feel most at peace when I'm going to bed. And the reason I'm saying that is because it has to be a certain way. All my kids need to be home, not on the streets. And the reason I say that is because I usually get phone calls in the middle of the night that something happened. So if I know everybody's at home, I'm peaceful. Like even though my daughter lives away, with Darwin, and it's still like if I know they're home, I'm at peace. And especially my other daughter, if I know she's at home, I'm at peace because, again, I'm not worried about anything. I'm not getting a call in the middle of the night. Like my son turned 18. He's going to start driving already. He's going to college now. He has a girlfriend. So now that's going to be my next 10 years of that. It's just what happens, making sure he gets home. Is he home? And that's so when I feel at peace, I got to be home. My kids have to be home, and I got to be in bed.
Is there anywhere else that you can feel at peace at besides your home?
No. I mean,
Anywhere else where you feel like you can just breathe a sigh of relief for yourself, maybe not for everybody else?
I would have to
around
be
you?
away from home, like on vacation,
Well,
like
yeah.
we were in Houston, the way I was, like we were talking about how I was able to just to let, just like waiting to exhale,
Oh my God! All right, Angela, calm down.
But that's where like away from home, away from business, away from everything.
Away from your everyday routines.
My wife wasn't there, just me and James, so
Wait,
I'm
what?
just kidding.
She wasn't there?
She was at the store
Oh my
when I
God!
went there. She was spending Darwin's money, but yes.
Well, me, I like to be in the woods for some reason. Like just not hear anything, just look at the animals, the deer, the wind, the leaves falling.
Yeah, I mean, there's something very cathartic about it. It's like
I know.
coming back to,
Anywhere specific?
not sponsored, but Garner State Park.
Could be a sponsor.
Texas State Parks, thank you for sponsoring. No, yeah. Like the state parks I think are really, really good places there for like conservation.
Do you camp overnight or just being there?
Yeah,
just during the day?
we always go camping, like for my birthday in October, which is really great in Texas.
Yes, I was gonna
October's
say. That.
always beautiful. So
Do you stay a few days or just one day? Or
usually it's a couple days. We stay like not a week, but like 3 or 4 days.
all
Are
right.
you like glamping or are you camping?
Well, more glamping. We have an RV. So, but like for me, like that's like a reset. Like
Mm-hmm.
I've already gone through like a couple months of like work, and then I get to a point where like I'm burnt out, and so like going out into like nature in the woods is like hitting the reset button, and I'm just like, okay, I'm charging my battery. Now I can go back into the real world and be what I need to be.
Now, Carlos, you just came back from your hometown, but
Mhm.
did you feel peace there when you were
Yeah.
there?
And then especially because we went to my dad's town in Florencia, Zacatecas, and that's woods, that's pine trees, that's it was like 56 degrees at night, so
Nice.
it
I'm
was
all
beautiful.
right.
It's beautiful out there. You go out there and
so good right now.
there's nothing but pine trees and oak trees and no noise, no light contamination or nothing.
So the trees are tall, right? Because pine trees are
Oh
tall.
yeah, they're
So
super
it's
tall.
not like it's very thick, like you're going through it. It's tall trees, right?
It's tall, yeah.
That's
I
cool.
got some videos on my drone. So
Oh, you took your
yeah,
drone out
yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Wow, you got it through the plane and everything.
I got everything. Yeah, there's yeah.
Now, how about when you were with family there? Your mom there. I'm sure you had your
Oh, yeah.
cousins, your uncles. Like, how did you feel there? They mean like, oh,
I feel
away
good,
from
like you
everybody.
said. I feel at peace. I feel good, not stressed. Like I don't feel like I'm in a routine anymore.
You're able to
Alright,
let
so-
loose
Let loose and
and not have to worry about what's coming up the next day.
Yeah.
Right? Like you, right?
So I'll give you my surface answer first, kind of like James with the kids. But so I'm divorced, but I get my kids every other week, and man, it's always peaceful, even though they're chaotic in the house. But it's just like my peacefulness. Like I have the kids around me, I can sleep easier when I do have them versus when the weeks I don't have them. It's just like I can't go to sleep that easy. Gotta get myself distracted to go to bed, and then my other answer to that would be I don't know why, but I love storms and driving through storms.
Yeah, me too.
It's just like people are like get scared and put on their hazards on the highway, and I'm just driving just peacefully, just going through it, still going 60 on the 60 or whatever it may be in the speed limit. But I don't know, I just enjoyed the how crazy how weather could be. Like I'll be the guy with the lawn chair on top of the house watching the storm blow in if I could.
That's
Mhm.
awesome.
Okay, I'm scared of storms, man. Driving.
what?
Yeah, man.
What?
I'm scared about hydroplane and all that stuff.
That's a real fear, though.
That's the funnest. That's
Yeah,
the
that is a
funnest
real-
part.
It's a real fear.
That's a realistic fear.
So besides storms, then what would you say gives you peace in your life?
For me, I would say just every time I get a chance to really just relax and like watch TV, especially when I can watch a movie with like my wife. We watched for the first time Encanto. So
Oh, yeah.
I watched that with her yesterday. That was really nice.
Not sponsored by Disney, by the way.
Not sponsored by Disney, and I didn't
Could be a
honestly
sponsor.
I didn't expect to like it. I thought I was gonna sleep through it, but I actually enjoyed it.
We enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it. So anytime I can be able just to relax and watch like sports or a movie, something like that, especially when she's home, it's peaceful for me.
That's good.
Preferably sports without her, but movies, yes.
That's a good answer.
And Little Caesars, right?
And Little Caesars on
I just
Fridays.
watched. I just watched that
Oh,
little
you
short
just watched it?
on their podcast, and he was like, "Oh my God, Little Caesars!" When I get
Little
off of
Caesars
work,
on Friday, right?
Friday.
It's Little Caesar
and I know it's Friday.
Wow. Okay. All right. The shorts work.
Yeah,
Watching
dude.
it.
Nice.
All right. So who in your life are you most grateful for? And I'll start that. And one of them is my grandfather. My grandfather pretty much helped me in my teenage years, and because I really couldn't go to my father. My father was usually working, or he didn't make it like approachable. He wasn't approachable to be like to go asking for stuff. If my car broke or anything happened, I couldn't really go to him. My mom was always working, but my grandfather was there. And if I ever needed something, I was comfortable going to him and asking him for something. And working on cars, I got a lot of that from my grandfather growing up. Either if it was from the brakes, the air condition, whatever it was, he didn't even hesitate. He helped me there. And because most of my life I lived with my grandparents. Like my parents, we really didn't have a house. When I was younger, we did, but growing up, we never really did, you know. So we always lived with my grandparents or my other grandfathers. But he was there for me there. And even when I moved in with Roland, you know, to get the electricity on and so forth, like he's the one who helped me to get all that. He helped me cash my first paycheck, helped me open up my first bank account. So he was pretty much there for a lot of that. And that's something I'm grateful for, because I mean, without him, I don't know, like I still would have been lost at some things, or I'm sure would have figured it out, but it would have been hard ways compared to that. Now my father, now if my car goes bad, I could just go to him. He's like, bring the car over, we'll work on it, whatever, or leave it there, you'll work on it. But my father is not the same person as he is
Right.
now. But back then, and then of course my grandfather growing up, the matriarch of the family when he was alive, it was always good to see him and talk to him because he always had stories. Like if he was to do a toast, man, sit down because it's gonna
Get
be a
comfortable.
wow.
Yep.
If he's saying a blessing again, whew, it's gonna be a Baptist one right there,
Yep.
Baptist church.
Yes.
But he was one of, I mean, he was one of my persons that I was most grateful for, especially during my adult years. Learning a lot of stuff from there.
A person that well, there's a couple of people. My father, I did not appreciate him when growing up because I thought he was a dick. He was the only, person out of his 5 siblings, right? That
Yeah, a lot of siblings.
well, technically,
4 because
4.
one didn't
One
really
did have a
wanna-
girl, but she
one
was
didn't
always
wanna
away. Yeah, so all of his siblings had boys, and he had 2 girls. They all had boys, and he had 2 girls. So growing up, he was never there to support me in my sports, my educational achievements, my piano, any of that stuff. So I thought he was a dick, and he was very one of those disciplinarians. All he had to do was yell, and that was it. Never got hit or anything. He'd throw the chancla in the hall, ricocheted. I was able to dodge that.
Dodge it.
Dodge it. Yep. So, however, like you said, your dad's not the same person he was back then. After I had 2 kids, he became a different person. And I used to tell my kids, that's not the same man that I grew up with, right? But I got a divorce when my kids were young. And the way he brought me up, very strict, to be organized, to be independent, to do things on my own. And then growing up with all these boys in my family, I had like 12 boy cousins. Just being independent, I was able to successfully be able to raise my 2 children on my own because their father was not actively involved. And so I was able to raise my children on my own, and my father took that male role model in my children's life, which I appreciated because he was not there for me the way he was there for my 2 children. So I appreciated that. So that I appreciate my father so much for so many things that he did because I used to take my children camping every spring break at Inks Lake State Park. We'd load up the truck. I'd take them by myself camping and unload everything and do it with young children for years. So I could handle a lot of things by myself. So also another, I guess, group of people I'm grateful for is all my cousins. There is not one time where I don't remember being alone in my life. Well, middle school I didn't have any, but since elementary to high school, I always had one of my family members in my school. No matter where I was at, whether it be Houston or San Antonio, somebody was always there with me every step of the way. So I had that constant support from them, and that camaraderie and that instant family and that instant of that feeling of not being alone ever. So those are the things that I cherish the most.
So when you say your father wasn't there for your piano and so forth, was he because he was working, or what was going on?
Yes, so I learned through therapy after my mom passed away that everybody has a love language, right? So I understood after that my father's love language to his family was to provide a roof over our head, to provide food on the table, to provide for whatever we needed in school. I never went without anything. Less piano lessons. I had a piano, choir. I went to magnet schools in Houston, and we traveled far away. There was nothing I was ever in need for. So I learned to let go a lot of that resentment that I had for him, that a father that I wish I had, that he was to my children. Not that I was envious of my children, I wasn't. But I understood now what his role was back then. That was his love language to us.
Yeah, because see, that's something a lot of people miss, and not just on you, but I mean, because a man, that's pretty much what they do. They're main breadwinners. I mean, even there's an exception now with some women that are the main breadwinners, but
Disciplinarian.
well, yeah, that too. But I'm just saying, like the main breadwinners that they work night and day and night and day, and that's what I was doing in Houston. But I got the work ethic from my parents because my mom worked day and night. She went from one job to the next one, but I knew that, I knew the way they were. And my father, I used to see him come home. He would go to school during the morning, and then the evening he would just change and go out and work. So I knew he was constantly working, fucking around at times, but most of the time I knew they were working. So growing up, I knew they weren't there a lot. They weren't, the best parents. As how you say, like providing direction.
But you got the best part of them, their work ethic. The situation.
Well, yeah. I mean, I would have loved to have something, more
Well,
loving and so forth
but,
from
yeah.
them. But yeah, I mean, but I was always provided for.
Right.
I didn't go hungry. I always had clothes on my hand, over me, whatever, clothes on me, roof over my head. It wasn't my parents' house, but
It was
it was provided from there.
right.
Which I remember my first day, my first check. My mom goes, "Let's go shopping." I'm like, "All right, cool. Let's go." Well, she goes, "Let's go shopping for school clothes." I'm like, "Okay." So I get some stuff, and she goes, "Okay, pay." And I'm like, "What the fuck? Oh, I gotta pay?" I'm like, "Oh shit." I'm like, "Well, let's start putting this shit back."
Yeah, I don't need
Yeah.
this. I don't
Actually,
need this.
I like that.
I don't need the hypercolor sweatshirt that you put your hand on and changes colors.
But I'm just saying how a lot of kids, especially females, miss that about the men, how they work.
Yes.
They work a lot.
Well, I was kind of put in that place because my mother, when she passed away, was unexpectedly. So I had my father. And I was like, truth be told, Dad could have gone first and Mom could have stayed, right? And that's what my dad said too. And I'm thinking, well, it is what it is. Like, let's move on. Like, there's a lot of things I got good from my dad, but understanding that helped me so much in reconciling that past and that piece of me thinking he was a dick and he was just a bad guy, like that helped me so much. But yeah, so that was that. I totally forgot what the question was. What was the question?
Who are you most grateful for?
Yeah.
I was grateful for.
Who are you most grateful for?
I'm most grateful for my parents. Going back kind of what you were saying, how like men are the breadwinners. It was the opposite in my house. My mom was the main breadwinner. She like took care of most everything, and I'm most grateful for her because I mean, even now I still rely on her for things, and I love her a lot. And so if they're watching this podcast, I said I'm thankful for you.
But that was
I'll
kind of
make-
short. That was just so,
I-
so you
you
just
know.
enjoyed the money from her.
Yeah,
Brad.
no.
Like what?
I mean,
traits
even though she
from her?
worked, was
I mean,
was
she-
was
her
she
work
around
ethic,
for
she
any of
was-
those activities?
She was around. She was around a lot. I mean, she worked and she was still around there for me, and she was able to, take me to school, pick me up from practice and all the things. And my dad, he worked too, but he wasn't. I don't know why he wasn't around as much because he didn't work as much as my mom did. Not to say that he didn't work, but
Did she go to your tennis matches too? Like
they
in high school?
they didn't really go to my tennis matches because they were working.
Yeah.
So like I was usually there alone,
Yeah.
but they still supported me. They
Yeah.
they were happy to drive me to the matches, and they'd go, "Well, I see you later, honey. I gotta go."
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean,
hey, good riddance, get out.
yeah.
Woohoo, we got an hour.
Got her out of here.
Hour, couple of hours, a few
Yeah.
hours.
How about you, Rocky? What you got?
Man, it's kind of hard to say because, man, my dad, when I'm growing up, like he's a man of very short words. Hardly ever like gives me like deep advice, right? Other than just growing up is like, yeah, good grades, go to college. And that was pretty much it. That was like the blueprint for my dad. But like how to get there, what to do, like didn't really dive in deep. But really, I'm just grateful for like the close friends I met along the way growing up, and the people I met even recent. Man, like having the man I work for now, I get to work like from sun up to sundown the weeks I don't have the kids, and then the weeks I have the kids, I'm like I get there after I drop off the kids to school, and then I leave right around 2 so I could be there in that.
You're like,
crazy-ass
thank
pickup
God
line, bro."
for the kids, huh?
Yeah.
I don't have to stay there.
Especially during the summers, to get me out the heat. But man, like the weeks I have the kids, I'm even more exhausted. There's so much going on. My son in football.
Yeah.
I swear, like I waste $20 in gas in a non-truck vehicle. every single day. So like out of the week, I'm spending at least $100 in gas, the very minimum. And but man, I'm just really grateful for the friends, especially when I went through tough times. They all supported me, even if I was making a bad decision or not. Like they'll give me their advice, and whether I listen or not, he still took me for what it was, accepted me. And then also super grateful for my oldest child. He's like my first everything I get to experience, and he's just like teaching me a lot, because I didn't get to learn too much from my dad. He wasn't there too much. Like he showed up to the football games, I'll give him that. But growing up playing baseball, like t-ball with my best friends that used to live across the street from my parents, I was always their parents taking us to the games. My dad would be there every so often, but he was a workaholic, and he loves his beer and his wrestling. That was pretty much it. So
Maybe we should bring him on instead.
no,
Aw,
only if you have
Lord
wrestling
bless
playing
Yeah.
on your wrestling podcast or whatever.
Wrestling.
But not even
Wrestling
that. He'll just be
podcast.
laughing, drinking his beer the whole time. That's him.
What about you?
Well, me, of course, and my dad, my mom, right? My dad taught me how to be a man, how to work, same as yours. My mom educated me, even though it was with the broom and all that shit. But I'm
Handle.
grateful. I'm grateful that that happened to me because I needed it. We as man, I mean, if you let us fucking lose a little bit, we're gonna fucking go nuts, right? But yeah, I mean, I think they're the ones that made me the man I am now. But the most I'm grateful for is my little girl, because I truly believe that she's the only thing keeping me around and keeping me going right now.
Because you actually said if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't even be in the States anymore. You'll be
I
back
mean,
home.
I don't know. Maybe not here. Maybe I'll be in Alaska. Maybe I'll be in freaking Canada or Mexico.
Russia.
Or
Well, what do you mean keeping you around? What do you mean by that?
I don't know. I'm just saying that I don't have no
There's nothing here keeping
Motivation.
him grounded for here.
motivation
No, it's different.
for life, for
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah. So she is. You're getting the zest for life from her because also too you get to relive a lot of things. I know your son is older than she
Yeah.
is, right? So and it's a boy, so this is a little girl, so you get to relive a lot through her eyes, and it's a different experience with
Mhm.
girls, right?
Yeah.
So that's exciting too. So that's what you're saying that
Yeah, that's
you-
what I'm saying. Yeah.
it's your daily motivation or your
Because this one, you have to be a dad this time.
Yeah.
what the
Well,
hell?
he said this one.
Well,
Yeah.
because the
This
other one,
one.
he wasn't around. That one.
I wasn't around that
That
much
one?
because
That one.
he lived in California
Gotcha.
and I was here or in Washington when I
Right.
was in the military.
And he didn't want to
So,
move to California.
I didn't raise him, basically.
Well, see, so
I
you
would
get
only bring him on the summers and
you get a do-over.
Yeah.
I mean, it's honestly that's what it is, and that's and we always sometimes. My son's always very good to ask me, Mom, what's your purpose in life? And I'm like, oh. But your purpose right now is to make sure you raise your daughter, and to me, the way I see it, God has given you another opportunity to be a part of your child's life and to make a big difference, right? It's up to you on how you want to be able to be, what kind of dad you're going to be, right?
Yeah.
And like you said, you got taught a lot of good values. Maybe you didn't instill that on your son, right? But guess what? Your daughter. Because let me tell you, you can instill a lot of hard core values in a little girl.
Yep. So
Just can't wait to see when she starts dating.
that's
I want to be there with popcorn.
That's gonna become my other purpose.
I love it. Other
Bringing my
purpose.
shotguns, knives.
He's got
my
a drone
tomahawks.
following the car and everything.
Oh yeah.
Air tag
And
on
then
the
since
vehicle.
I'm old and I can't really, I'm going to be old. Not like you, but I'm not gonna be able to like fight the young kids, So I'm gonna use my other resources.
He's like,
You're gonna
"Look,
send me to go do it?
see, hombre, with your
If-
knee?
If you're still
My
around,
knees, my knees. Hold on.
If you're
I
still
was
around.
gonna say, if you're still around. You're like, why do you have your gun license hanging on the wall right there just so you know what's going on? Right?
Gun license?
Or what do you have what do you do? How do you know, like, prove that you renewed something in your gun?
Well, we're in Texas. We don't need gun permits anymore.
What?
Nope.
That's why we're so
Yes, ma'am.
Never mind.
America.
What you got, Darwin?
Yeah, good. Okay.
America. America.
Let's see.
Sorry.
Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of people. I'm grateful for you guys, your family. You guys have,
Carlos family?
yeah,
Carlos
sure.
is part of the extended
Your
family.
your family, James. You guys have been nothing but amazing. Just making me feel like a. Yes, Sandra. Of course you.
I am
Yes.
impressed you didn't say you were grateful for me, and that really anyway, moving on.
That's another.
And obviously your daughter, who is the reason why I'm here with you guys as well. But I think not just to mention her. I think my best friend Francis. I was thinking about him when you guys were talking about that, and I just realized we have grown a lot together. I mean, it went from us like pretty much fist fighting the first day we met each other in high school to like him coming to my wedding, seeing me get married, him getting married, seeing him graduate college, and like just from us being a couple of knuckleheads in Connecticut to now like essentially both of us hopefully being college graduates and just becoming productive members of society. We've seen us at our best days, but us at our worst days. Um,
And he was one who changed your life, right?
not
With your job.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. He
That's
is the
on
one who is the reason why I'm in aviation right now and making the living I'm making is from him being persistent and, picking me up when I was down. So I really appreciate him for that.
And I just put that actually segment on a YouTube short today,
Nice.
talking about Francis. So.
Oh, I have a good story about Francis. With your wedding, I remember the soldiers were kind of revolting about your. Well, I mean, I meant like. Well, I don't want to say little friends, but like your friends. It was Francis, and what was the other tall guy? His name?
Will.
Yeah. But Francis was the one. I was very impressed with him because he's like, guys, we know what we signed up for. We're gonna do this for him. This is what we're supposed to do. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, good for you. Suck it up, right? Like this is what we're gonna do. Suck it up. We're all here together. We're all here for for y'all. And I was very proud of him. I thought I wanted to tell him thank you for that, but I didn't want to embarrass him. But yeah, he's a good guy. I knew then he was a good guy.
Hello? They're not soldiers. They're Air Force guys.
No,
They're airmen.
Oh my.
Soldiers are armies, okay?
Oh my God.
Excuse me.
I was speaking
You're in
figuratively.
Military City, USA, and you can't put some respect on those names.
Actually, yeah,
Your
San
little
Antonio's an
friends?
Air Force town.
Your little friends were.
No.
The Army
Air
guy
Force,
lives in an
Army?
Air Force town.
No, we have the Fort Sam.
I was gonna say we had the
Yes,
Air
but
Force,
the-
Army. I don't know any other bases.
Fort Sam Houston, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's the little one over here.
Lackland.
No, that's Air Force.
Randolph.
Randolph's Air
Oh,
Force.
yes.
Yeah, because before they cut, it was Kelly and Lackland.
Mm-hmm.
That was a huge base there.
These
And
are
that was
good
all Air
times,
Force.
Lackland. Kelly. That was
Oh, the
good
Kelly
times.
Park.
Kelly Park.
That was going to.
Years. Yeah. One more thing I wanted to say I'm grateful for. My parents, both of my parents. Well, my mom mainly, because we were talking about our children, right? And how the influence on from our parents. They kept me busy in church, since I was little, all up through high school. In church, I was in CYO. I played sports for the church. Just played sports for the school, dances, youth group, everything. So I never had really free time or idle hands. And so that's how I raised my kids as well, keeping them busy. I remember Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday, it was pick them up from school or whatever, go to all these rehearsals or practices or whatever, eating in the car, coming home, putting them to bed, make sure they do their homework, putting them to bed. I get an hour, go to sleep. We do the next day, the same thing. Prepping meals, it was always on the go. So my kids never had idle hands. They were always busy. And I think that was a huge, huge benefit when I grew up, that I never had time to be on the streets, be doing, with friends, doing all these extracurricular things that would not benefit me in the long run. So that I'm also grateful for my mother for that, because she was the one that used to, she plays softball too, so we were always on the go, always. So I appreciate that from my mom.
Yeah, I do remember your mom and dad always playing softball.
Yeah, always.
Even when they
always.
came from Houston, they went here in San
Yep.
Antonio.
Yep.
They were always playing softball. I'm like, where did they get these games from?
Yep.
Like,
all the time since I was growing up. Monday to Friday, we're always in the car eating somewhere, packed. Like that's the way I brought up my kids. Because if you give the kids idle time, that's when they get into trouble.
all right, since you said that, then what does success mean to you now compared 10 years ago? How does that look for you?
It's very different because 10 years ago, I was divorced. I was raising my two children, and so my goal was to raise my children to be, good human beings, be faithful human beings. And along the way, we had a lot of trauma or tragedy that happened with their grandparents, things like that. So I did not bring men in and out of their lives. I put my life on hold for them so I can make sure that they were raised correctly and to be faithful.
All right,
human
but
beings.
now, like right now,
Now they're maybe go all the way in the red. Now it's different because my kids are grown. Taking care of parents they've passed, so now it's focusing on me, and I'm trying to figure out what that means for me to be happy. That's what my goal is, just to be happy.
so success to you is to make you happy.
Yes.
All right.
What
How
else?
about job wise, financial
To
wise?
be happy, whatever I'm in, to be happy.
So you'd be happy in a deluxe cardboard box house.
If that's what I want to do, then if I'm happy, then I'm happy. I mean,
That's a pretty crappy answer to me.
No,
though.
it's not.
It doesn't give you anything. Doesn't say anything.
From a person that
It
comes,
just says I'm happy.
no,
But what is success? Like what is like
no,
now?
because coming from a mental health background from my mom, being at this point in my life,
My mom's crazy too.
well, your
My
route
mom
has
is
been
like-
taken different
So are
than my
you.
route.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
she's
so are
there.
you.
So success means
No,
is something else
No,
now.
well, yeah, success to me is making sure that I'm happy, not suicidal, not trying to take my life every other day, being happy in my environment, going to church, being around my family and my friends. That's
All right,
what
there you go. There you go. See, you're moving along. You're moving along. That's good.
I mean. That's what success is for me: is to be happy. If I choose to stay in the job I am, if I choose to do another job, if I choose to date, whatever, as long as I'm happy.
Sebastian.
He has his own issues. It was you, actually, the kiss of death. You were the one. He met Sebastian, and then that week.
He fell in
Oh,
love.
what did I
He
say?
fell in love.
Oh, because he came over and I'm like,
he said, what did you say?
oh, because he goes, oh yeah, it just took me a while to get here. It took me an hour to get here. I'm like, you took an hour drive to see her? I'm like, I don't know if I would have done that. I'm like, that's an hour there.
Oh my God.
That's
next
the last
day-
time he meets anybody I'm dating. Until he's
And now
locked
they're not
in.
seeing each other anymore.
Until he's locked in.
What
So
about you?
he's gone now?
Yes, he's gone now.
Oh, damn.
I actually liked him. He was
I
a good
know
guy.
he was in a
He was an
band.
artist.
So who was the problem there?
I bet you I could probably call him and befriend
was-
him too.
it was
and
him.
He'll probably be in the podcast talking about her, like, oh my God. She made me drive an hour to get here. Like, seriously?
Sebastian, if you're listening, you fumbled the bag. Sorry.
Thank you. Who was the problem with that relationship?
Sebastian?
Who was the problem with that relationship?
Dodged
No
it,
comment.
dodged
This
it.
is not the dating episode.
I will tell you, it wasn't me.
Oh, man.
I mean, it seems like that's what I would say, but it wasn't me. I was nothing but supportive. And that's the truth.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Yes, I was.
Rocky, how does that look for you now? Now that your kids are older, because back then they were. How old is Liam?
12.
12. All right. He was 2 years old at that time. So how does that look now compared to you are? Because you actually went through a lot of changes in employment, and you took a lot of chances, and you tried a lot of things, which actually was pretty impressed by you by doing all that. Like there was nothing that you wouldn't try to get that supplement income and all that.
Yeah. I mean, success for me is making sure my kids are well taken care of. You know, I don't want them to ever like ask me for something reasonably, right? Like nothing crazy.
Yeah.
You know, don't ask for some crazy shit sometimes, but like just like the little things they need in their everyday lives, and I can just easily provide that for them. But also, just success means they know that their dad loves them, That's my form of success. And then financially, I mean, just having a good job, just providing, being able to work the job I have right now, I feel pretty good. And can it be better? Absolutely. But we're working towards that, you know. So every day is like a small little win, and then the victory will be at the end, you know. So that's what I'm working towards. And
Sounds like he said he wants to be happy. Why don't you drill him?
But he gave a more in-depth answer than you did, so we're
Yeah.
gonna.
Yeah, because I'm actually gonna go somewhere with this now.
Good
but
for you.
other than that, I mean, uh,
Because with this job you have now, you actually stuck this out, right? You've been what 2 years with them
yeah,
already?
about 2 years now.
Because I mean, because you started just as the odd guy at the end, right?
Yeah, pretty
and
much.
then you wouldn't really do too much. You would try not to at first.
Yeah, because I mean, man, it's a gutter company, right?
Yeah,
So-
because
and there's more than gutters that we do, but that's the name of the
What's the
company is
company's
Legacy Gutters. All day long.
Hey.
Shout them out.
That's right.
One day they'll sponsor y'all.
I don't. You would send me some pictures. You would send me some pictures. You look. I'm just hanging off the 2-story building or something,
Oh man.
or in the cold. It was like so
It'll be
cold out
cold
there.
or hot. Right now it's the heat. I mean, you pick up the gutters, it comes out the machine, and it sits in the sun for a good like 10 minutes, and then you pick it up, and it's just like baking your hand. You can put on gloves, but you can't have a glove on with your drill, or even you put a screw into the drill, you can't because you have the glove on the other hand. So you just take off the fucking gloves, you know.
Gotta
Yeah.
suck it up for a couple of screws,
Yeah.
right?
And you
So it
wear long
stays on there.
sleeves, So then you can put your hand underneath the gutter, hold it up, so you don't burn your arm. And then also get tan. I got really dark this summer, but
Because you've been grinding it for 2 years. That's very impressive
yeah.
on that.
How
That you've
about
been
the-
doing
how
that.
about
You no
those big
longer
ass
have
ladders?
feeling in your hands.
No, I still got it. It still burns. I still cry like a little bitch every once in a while. I'm like, fuck.
Son of a.
Yeah. There's the other day we were putting up this big, like 80, 90-foot piece on top of a church. There was a flat roof on most of it. And I'm just holding it, and the other guy's hitting the drills, and he's like a workaholic. This guy flies up ladders. He'll do absolutely anything and everything. And I'm just holding it for the team, right? Just holding it. And he's like, hold on, Rag, I'm going to get to you. I'm like, all right. I'm just there, just like in silence and suffering, you know? And, but man, yeah, I mean, hop on 40-foot ladders. Those things are heavy as fuck. And just moving them, it hurts your fucking back.
I bet.
Yeah, so, I mean, that job definitely helped me grow some balls, you know, with the heights and dealing with, like, your environments, you know? But other than that, man, I do a lot of everything else for them. I'm not just like a dirty worker, you know? I do a lot of like the tech stuff, the IT support, and building up accounts on certain things or selling jobs and handling homeowners. I don't mind getting yelled at by angry, probably hangry homeowners. You know, they're probably fucking hungry as fuck, and they come home and they see us and they're like, fuck, and they just piss off about something. But it is what it is.
What about spiritually?
Spiritually, man. So I always grew up believing in God. I grew up Catholic, but then I just didn't gravitate towards it too much. You know, it didn't really stick with me. It didn't hit like the heart. You know, I don't know. But then I don't know. I fell away from it in my early 20s and late 20s, and then through the recent like tough times I experienced, that's when I truly found God and built that relationship, which has been like the last 3 years now. So
That's good. That's good.
Yep.
Proud of you, sir.
thank you.
Yeah, it took me a long time to get there,
I don't
didn't
want
it?
to be like you, you know. So I was like,
It took a
man,
long time for me to get
I
there.
don't want to hit like 40s. I'm like, fuck.
You're like, I got no choice.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's about the same, except different times. So you make more money now, but you spend more money, right? But no, like Rocky said, he fucking hit it on the nail. I've been doing pretty good with my child, with my second one mostly, or both. I did pretty good with both.
Well, you do help your first one a
Yeah,
lot.
yeah.
He lives
I
with
do.
you. You provide shelter and all
I
that
do.
for him.
Yeah, but financially, I mean, I'm doing pretty good, but I mean, I don't own anything. The bank owns my house. The bank owns my car. I mean, it's not like you're doing a lot better than before, you know.
Well, don't worry. After the bank owns your house, I mean, then the state will own it because you need to pay the taxes on there. So you really don't
And
own
then
your
as
house.
soon as you pay it, then your kids will own it, right? Because you're dead. But but no, I mean, I think it's about the same thing. It's just more stress now than before.
So
Before
it's a new stress.
I wasn't getting paid much before, but I was happy. I was a younger kid, I guess you could say.
Rolling in, half asleep to work.
Yeah,
Sometimes
sleep 2 hours, go to work,
and
get out, and go back
party,
to
drink
drinking
all night. Where's
But-
Carlos, Rocky? Where's Carlos?
No, no stress. The only stress was you.
Shut up.
I know. Like, God damn it, dude, my head hurts.
Why don't you go in the back do your paperwork?
I'll get some fucking ham and some fucking bread so we can make some sandwiches.
Yeah. Hey, Darren, how does success look for you now compared to 10 years ago?
I think a lot of you guys hit that is like what they say. It's like new levels, new devils.
I'm like, you don't have any kids right now.
I don't have no kids, babe. I don't have no kids. I don't have any kids. No kids at all.
Here.
I think for me, when it comes to what I thought success was again 10 years ago, I'm a little younger. It was kind of just.
Now, at that 10 years ago, was that when Francis was talking to you, or that was before Francis?
That was before I did the job change, so I was broke. Like I said, I was just looking forward to payday to get that, get the fancy liquor on payday, the Hennessy or whatever.
Jägermeister.
And just, I think success was just at that point was trying to get through school, but just with my ex-wife at the time and just my financial circumstance, I kind of had to stop that. So I think success for me was just like, making it paycheck to paycheck, just making the bills, just trying to make everybody around me kind of happy, mom, ex-wife at the time. But I think now what I look at success is just trying to, Sandra said, make yourself happy, but also just trying to get, I guess I would say 1% better and just a little bit of everything. Like some days I'm not the best husband, but I'm a better worker. Some days I'm not the best worker, I'm a better husband, but overall just trying to get 1% better and just, in every little aspect of my life.
Well, I mean, you are doing good. You got a new house, 2 new cars, a new deck on there.
Not too.
And whether you're a better husband,
Yeah.
a better worker, you still sucks for your wife.
Nah, man.
Physically, you're better now?
Yeah. A little better shape, a little
Clean
chubby.
shaved?
Oh, come on, guys. That's not wild.
For the military. For the military.
For the
The
military.
reserves there.
Yeah, they took my beard. I guess that was success. Having my beard, that was successful. But yeah, I think that's what I think success is. Just trying to get better at something every day. Whether it's a big margin, small margin, just trying to get a little better. And learning. I feel like if you're not, as long as you're living, you should be learning. So I'm learning something new.
So, all right. Well, till next time. There's a lot of stuff you didn't hear, but you're going to hear it on the next podcast that's coming up there. So make sure you like, subscribe, share, follow, do all that you need to do. Till next time, thank you, everybody. Carlos,
Tune in on Unfiltered Circle.
Rocky,
Later, guys.
Darwin,
Little Caesars.
Liz,
Make sure y'all subscribe.
me. Bye.
Little Caesar.